the 2022 World Cup season ended, I was a broken man. I was no longer the voice of mountain biking. I headed south to start a new life. My identity ripped from me. I went back to my caveman days. Nothing but a washed up sports commentator surviving on the streets. Without home, without hair dye. Then one day someone found me, a friend in my darkest hour.
Thank you, my man.
Rob? Rob Warner?
I've been lost, but you found me. Do you speak English?
He took me in and put a roof over my head. Months passed as I wandered through the wilderness of my own mind before I was struck by a vision. I need to be back at the World Cups, and with all commentary options gone, I needed another way. The only other way I know how, as a racer. To be able to race in a World Cup again, I need points, and it just so turned out that here in Mexico, a country not yet known for its world-class downhillers, that there was a race that just if I was fast enough, it would give me those points I needed. Back on my World Cup winning brand of giant bicycles, it was time to swallow my pride and get training with Mexico's fastest.
So, you know who I am? One of the greatest mountain bike racers in the history of the sports. Definitely the best rider giant I've ever had on their books. I don't know much about you, but they've sent me along with you to try and, it's quite comical really, to get up to speed a little bit. You obviously know I won a World Cup. Obviously I see this, it's just a massive opportunity for you.
Mau, ¿quién es este abuelo pendejo? Nos vamos a aburrir hoy en el entreno, güey.
Yeah, he's honored to be here, Rob. He's pleased to meet you and honored. He's a big fan, obviously.
Yeah, massive day in his life. Yeah, what an opportunity. I guess you're quite excited. Let's go. Ale, ale, ale! Oh! Oh my God! I have lost none of my World Cup pace. That was too easy. I was right on your back wheel all the way down. I mean, I guess he's impressed, but the fact is I've just kept up easily with Mexico's fastest.
No mames, Mau, ¿cómo este güey gana una Copa del Mundo? Seguro estaba lloviendo. El sábado en la carrera, a huevo le gano.
Yeah, he's impressed, Rob. He's impressed. He's nervous for Saturday's race.
Well, I bet he is. The way I'm riding, I've lost none of my skills. Mentally though, I'm not quite there. I feel like I need a little bit of confidence, like something's just missing.
Yeah, I know what you need. I have a friend, he's Mexico's best sports psychologist. He's a little bit tricky to get a hold of, but it's worth the trip.
All right, let's go.
Let's go, man.
Back at the very top of the sport, everything has to be right. Time to get my head back in the game.
Where is this dude?
We're almost there, Rob. We're almost there. I told you he's a little bit tricky to get a hold of.
Although getting there proved to be harder than I ever imagined. We're at 12,500 feet above sea level. I can't breathe. There ain't going to be a sports psychologist anywhere around here.
You're not winning any races with that attitude, man. Just let's go. It's all downhill from here.
Promise?
No more climbing. Keep going. It's part of it.
It better be good. Oh.
After what seemed like a lifetime, I made it to the clinic. Is this it?
This is it, Rob. Get in there. He's waiting for you.
Blimey.
You're a bit different to the shrink I usually talk to. Come in peace.
Sound of el sonido de tu corazón. Your heart, tu corazón, por favor. Vas a pedirle a los cuatro rumbos, al Nahuitlampa, a la energía que habita en el universo, que te regrese.
You are broken, my son, but you were once a great champion. Go back there, go back! Feel the power and fight! Fight for your life, fight for your points.
Holy Toledo, what just happened? I'm race ready.
The shaman had worked his magic. I awoke a new man, stronger than I'd ever been before.
Buenos dias! Thanks all for coming to this, the first ever Carlos Santo Bike Ranch Mexican Open. We are going to have an incredible day's race, and we got points for the
Hey! What the hell, Rob? What are you doing here? You came for comment or for racing?
It was a question that stopped me dead in my tracks, and one that needed an answer. It was the first time in 2 decades I'd been to a race to ride, not to talk about it.
Yo, Rob, will you comment to your race runs?
Are you gonna comment or what?
That's a good question.
So, are you a racer or a commentator?
Hey, Rob, are you here to race or
It's
to
a good
commentate?
question.
Are you going to do your famous line? Look at the time!
Hey, are you going?
A situation I found quite confusing, to say the least. Before I knew it, I was heading to the start for the most important race run of my life. In the words of Natalie Imbruglia, I was torn, but I knew exactly what I needed to do. Look at the time! Looking for a way back the only way he knows how. After 20 years away from the racetrack, Robert Warner searches for a return to glory. Listen to the crowd as he whistles through these trees. Even they're holding their breath, he's going so fast. Goes deep up there. Oh, fast through those turns. The only man known to have won a World Cup whilst carrying an STI. Goes big there as well. If he's any more fluid here, we're going to have him liquidised. Coming now onto the last straight. It's been a near perfect run. This is looking good for Warner!
No way!
Oh my God!
What happened? Forget my points?
There were no points for me this day, but I wasn't leaving empty-handed. I'd met some amazing people in Mexico and seen some incredible biking talent. And my dream of returning to the World Cup is still very much intact.